Boom. We're live. Yep, we're live, dude. All right, what's up, guys? My name is, well, everybody knows me by Doc Hollywood on Instagram, but my real name is Dave. So if you ever meet me in real life, please call me Dave. You can call me Doc. Everybody does it anyway, so I'm not going to stop you. Makes you sound cooler, too. But I'm here. I'm here with Warbear. And we're gonna start up a regular podcast. So we're gonna try to hit on some hot topics that goes around the interwebs, and try to what does Captain Jack Sparrow say? Try to lend an intellectual machete to your mental thicket or whatever. So
Pirates of the Caribbean.
But yeah, dude. So Warbear, where do you want people to know where you're out of? Are you?
I'm in Tucson, Arizona. Okay. Cheap living, you know. I might be a successful IT guy, but at the same time, I don't like paying super taxes for my property, so I'm here in the middle of the desert, like every Jewish person should be, armed to the teeth.
Hell yeah!
You know.
So I'm opposite. I'm in Atlanta, Georgia, so I'm on the East Coast, and it's not dry here, dude. It's freaking humid as hell, and it's been raining for like the past week straight. And but it's cheap living. Taxes are low. I can, guns are abundant, and you can almost do whatever you want within reason. So, it's nice, dude. It's nice here. I like it, dude.
So. You have a lot of Jews in Atlanta?
Actually, yeah.
Get out of here! I've never heard of a Jew in Atlanta. Amazing. Dude, actually, that's not true. Fort Benning, Georgia.
Well, you know what they say, dude. Because Warbear, he was in the military infantry. So was I. I think that's a common bond that draws us together. But dude, you know what they say. Whether you're in basic, you get to your unit, dude. In every platoon or company, you always got like the gay dude. There's always one dude that's gay.
Always.
There's always a Mormon. There's always one dude that's a Mormon. And then you have like there's always one dude that's a Jew, and you're always flipping coins on the ground for him to pick up to leave you alone.
As long as it's a quarter, I'll pick it up.
Yeah. And then you always have one dude there as a virgin, dude. Always.
You got the one racist too that just hates everyone except the guys in this platoon. Always. It's like, no, you're okay. You're one of the few.
Hey, where were you stationed at?
I was stationed at Fort Riley, Kansas. It was horrible.
Okay.
I didn't like it. There was nothing to do. I didn't even have a driver's license till I was 23. You know, I didn't have the father to have time to teach me how to drive, so I was literally just in my barracks room.
Did you bum rides, or are you that dude that's always walking on the side of the road?
Dude, I am that guy that's like, hit me up if you guys are trying to drink in the barracks. I'm fucking getting recklessly drunk, or I'm going out to Manhattan, Kansas, full of frat dudes, just butting heads, drinking as much as I possibly can.
That's awesome, dude. That's awesome.
There's nothing to do there.
Yeah, I was at Stewart. So we went to Fort Stewart is close to Savannah. So we would go to Savannah and Tybee Island, dude. I loved it there. I loved it.
Hate you.
It was awesome. Downtown Savannah on River Street. Anybody that knows anything about that, dude, they know what I'm talking about. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah. The only pro Kansas part is they literally ship you out like candy. That's like the best part. Like fucking nuts.
I think the dudes that we took over for when we got in country, I believe they were out of Fort Riley.
Fort Riley, yeah. Fort Riley went to Fort Riley, Afghanistan.
Yeah, or they were the ones who took over for us when we left. It was either or. So.
Yeah, they were pretty busy. Yeah, in Afghanistan at the time. I think they were in like Kandahar when Kandahar was still kind of.
I was close. That's right. I was close to that. So.
Yeah. But believe it or not, my battalion was supposed to go to Afghanistan, but they got switched out to Iraq. So I'm shipping out to Iraq. I'm like, wait a minute, whoa. First off, my birthday is the day to declare war in Afghanistan. I was born to go, and they fucked me.
So did you ever go to Afghanistan?
No, I wanted to. I pushed. I tried to do what's it called again? 4187. So it's 2187. Fuck, whatever that paper is to change divisions.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm pretty sure there's a specialist that has 2 kids that don't want to go to Afghanistan. And I found someone. I literally went there on my free time, found someone that didn't want to go to Afghanistan because he was like, I'm going to be getting out anyways, and I don't want to have to fly back halfway. And I was like, I'll do it. Went to division head, sergeant major. He said, fuck no, go back. And I was like, this is gay.
It's probably like a nightmare for paperwork for them and stuff. So I think we had an E6 who tried to do that. He was always dodging deployments.
They'll take E6s at the time.
Well, yeah, he tried to get out of this one, dude. He was like, dude, he was in for like 12, 13, 14 years. He's an E6, dude, and he had never deployed because every time a deployment came up, he would like go get surgery or say he was sick or do like something crazy to where he could like he was just scared to go over there, dude.
Dude, I would get my nut on. I'd be like, go send me. It's better than being in garrison.
Oh,
honestly.
dude, garrison life is terrible. It's terrible, dude.
Literally, I feel like they make it so miserable so that just chapter you out and don't have to pay
you. Dude, no, if you get out early, they'll give you a severance package, dude. They'll pay you to get out.
Yeah, they gave me my mental health thing, and then they were like, bye. I was like, oh, this is nice. They almost chaptered me out, but that is another tale for another day.
We'll have to do a podcast where we swap war stories or something.
Hell yeah, dude!
Or like all like the BS that happened like when we were in, dude.
Luckily, we're never short of that.
We'll do like a live one. That way, people can like chime in.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god, you'll never.
Now that I'm unbanned,
I've got crazy. You would believe it because you were in, dude. But like normal people would be like, they'd be like, oh, and I'm like, dude, that's happening all the time.
All the time.
Nowadays, people record all that, so there's like always like a film floating around the barracks.
Always.
So, but all right, bro, let's get into the meat and potatoes. Yes. What topic do you want to cover first?
I mean, honestly, what's the hot topic right now is these fake operators on Instagram being called out by, I think, people from Spiritus and others, and also me. Not gonna lie, I'm not gonna spin away from some drama, especially if it's companies that are trying to acquire money. So any company or anybody that does it with tells about operator or training, and you're telling people to buy your stuff, I'm gonna have a problem with it. And you are free to be trolled every time.
Yeah.
So I'll go into explanation. So there's a adamant group called Goon Operational Group. And if you're in the service, you know that title Goon has been outdated for the past 1 year. It's like on the ban list of do not start putting out that as you're a goon. Yeah. So they grew from a small company. The guy was a dick rider for Ray Team Co. And then he wanted to create his own thing. So, but it's fine. I fully am pro-civilian, doing their own thing and all that, being pro-gun. But then it became into a thing where he became big.
You're not like Dakota Meyer, is what you're saying.
Right.
Dude, that's another one for another one, dude.
That is, I got plenty on that. So anyways, he grew, and then he started putting out training videos, which, first off, he doesn't have any background in training. He says that he doesn't train, but he's putting out him doing training videos and then having range day where they teach you stuff, basic fundamental firearms drills and teaching for $400 for 2 days. And that didn't include ammo, everything. Like, dude, no fucking way in hell. Like, my buddy that's in the IDF would do that for $20. You know, it's not much to go into detail with.
Do you know how long the training was per day?
It was like an all-day thing, but at the same time, it was like you had to bring your food, all this
Yeah.
shit. And they're like, oh, well, we only took like maybe $100 from it, and like they're just paying the intergalactic shooter guy, whatever his name was.
Oh, so intergalactic operator, dude. Yeah, hey, we'll
Yeah,
get into that just a little bit when you're done.
yeah.
So
So pretty much like this guy, I had one of my special forces buddies, critique him on his just simple tourniquet maneuvering and returning a fire during a drill. And he said I agree to disagree with you. And I'm like, dude, like as much as I like to break balls with special forces guys, like they can, they know their basic fucking medical care more than the average grunt. All right. And this dude, this civilian dude that's like 23 fucking years old, has the ear gauges, wears fucking Ray-Bans while he shoots, literally said, agree to disagree. And then it went on to other military members literally like DMing me that this guy does not take any advice from anybody. And that's where I have a problem. Like, there is a balance, right? Like if there's an EMT, I'd rather learn some basic stuff from the EMT compared to the military guy.
exactly.
You know what I mean? Like they got more training, and this guy just thinks he knows the world, and that's what I have a problem with. And these operators that you see through his page that follow him are a part of his crew. Maybe just put up the most stupidest shit that I had to make a troll group called what was it? Goon Operational Group, literally just showing flagging each other, basic CQB, just door breaching is instantly you get flagged. You see his guy just flagging him, and the flashlight's on the whole time throughout the house when there's still lighting. You know what I mean? You don't want to make a big presence unless you have to.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, dude, and how they an open area, they're like literally roaming around like this, and I'm like, this basic grunt here could just outmaneuver this whole thing. It's horrible.
Yeah. So, dude, CQB thing is always rough because, like, there's always like a better way to do it in somebody else's.
Right.
Well, there's always not necessarily a better way. There's always like
A variable.
another way that you could have done it.
Yeah.
So I do know that CQB is hard, and unless you're like top echelon tier 1 dude who's always kicking down doors, I take most CQB stuff with a grain of salt. And if I do decide to go take a class from somebody who I respect or who I want to take a class from, then I just go there and I just try to get all that knowledge and information and then put it in my own training.
Like my buddy that's an Israeli counterterrorist, like great fucking guy, down to earth, really fucking by the book in a way, but like, very allows opinions, the whole 9 yards, people's point of view. And that man is smooth like butter. And even he says, listen, it's never going to be perfect. There's too many variables always.
Right.
Because literally, I was like, this is why our greatest soldiers literally still get fucking schwacked sometimes when breaching. I mean, remember that one Navy SEAL video? The guy literally launching an RPG within one room? Like, that's fucking nuts, dude. Those are the variables right there. Those are the fucking variables. So, but this is just like, you could just look at a book in 2 seconds and know that you're doing something wrong. Like, these guys go off of videos and try to look the part, and then other people are going to follow. Like, I don't care about civilians, like, learning from other civilians, but at the same time, they're not learning anything right, where I get a problem with.
Yeah, it's like, it's almost, it's like, let's say you've got like yourself, or even if you've got kids, and you want to take him in to somebody who's like a good, reputable coach to learn how to play football or baseball or basketball. And then you go to like this guy and like, yo, do you have like any experience with any baseball, football? Oh no, I just watch stuff on TV or, YouTube or something. And then you're like, oh, well, you're the coach? Yeah. And now, dude, when it's little kids, you can do that. But when you get up to older kids, to adults, dude, no, you got to know what you're doing. So I can see definitely a frustration level of, you know, when it comes to training, and there's like certain aspects of training, like I said, there's more than one ways to skin a cat, but then at the same time, there's only so many ways you can skin a cat.
Well said.
And if you're wrong, dude, the thing is, I would tell you this right now, and it's not just for one particular group or person. It is massive across the board, dude. Especially with the 2A, the gun industry, the elitists of this industry. Unfortunately, they have this thing where they think their shit doesn't stink. Right. It's okay to be wrong, dude. It's okay to be like, no, dude, I don't know. Dude, I have people ask me questions all the time.
And I refer them, like Strive, someone that was in Corner Goal for 15 months that literally praises the Ranger Handbook and, you know, just the Grunt Bible, you know, like just go off of that, learn to maneuver around those type of things depending on like certain engagements and everything. But at the same time, it's not supposed to be all the answers. It's never going to be all the answers. And that's the thing. People literally think that these people have all the answers. And I never give out war advice. I give out my personal opinion. Yeah. But that has no training recollection. And I do not instruct people to take everything I say to heart because, God, there's going to be so many people in jail. You know? I don't know. Like, I tell people to use mortar fireworks if you can't afford fucking flashbangs. But that's pretty much it. You know what I mean? Because, like, I mean, Hajis were able to push us back from time to time. The greatest army in the world with basic fucking shit. You know? Yeah. It's also fighter spirit. Like, that's what gets you through anything.
Well, yeah, and that's you know, that's what I was referring to is you know, people ask me questions about stuff. And dude, if I don't know the answer to something, I'm like, look, dude, I'm gonna be honest. Dude, people say stuff to me and I'll be like, look, bro, I'm gonna be honest, I have no idea what you're talking about right now. I don't have a clue. And then they tell me and I'll be like, oh, okay, cool, yeah, I get what you're asking, and I still don't know. I've never like with shooting guns. I've shot a lot of guns. I've handled a lot of different weapon systems and stuff. But if I haven't handled it, I would say, hey, look, I've never shot that gun. I don't know anything about it. And if I have something that I think can be like a close example to that, then I will refer to, well, hey, I have shot like a gun like this before, you know, and this is what I got from it. But once again, I've never shot that one.
Right. So, like me, I don't know anything about guns. Like I know the military basics with firearms, distance, all that. But that's like, I don't want to get into it further. I know how to maintenance my weapon. I know how to deal with an AK. That's pretty much it. It's only going to be 50-50 worldwide. Yeah. And I'm not trying to go to Sweden and use their stuff. So like, I'm going to be here. This is all I know. And I'm going to try and master that. Like my buddy put me on iron sights for a while because I wanted to master that before anything. And these people that are coming around, the operators don't even know how to use irons, you know? Like Stripe said, literally always know how to do irons before you put on that sight. Yeah.
And then irons they'll help teach you the basic fundamentals of weapons. Another big, and I have another buddy that we talk about is another big thing. So that's a good example. So you have a lot of these groups and these individuals and these guys, and what they do is, and what I found out is everybody on Instagram, dude, they parrot each other. So they find some top personality or influencer and they latch onto that, dude. And
instead like a woman in the tea.
Yeah. And instead of coming up with their own train of thought or their own critical thinking, if you try to ask them something like what your buddy tried to ask that dude, they can't give you an answer because they've never thought about it themselves. What they're doing is they're just like, oh, well, this such and such big name person said this. So, and then they go and read all the comments and all their little groupies go on there. And then they're like, no, their little minions and stuff. And it's just, dude, it's unfortunately, dude, if the two-way, the industry part, dude, it can be very, very, very toxic, extremely toxic. Dude.
I mean, but that's like with anything, music, movies, just fanboy groups. They literally go at each other's throats half the time. It's just human instinct,
Yeah,
it's competitive within the industry.
You're right. You're right, and you have to learn how to take a step back. Because when I first got into it, I mean, political on the, not to get too
Yeah.
political, but this country is trying to take away gun rights.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care which side of
Yeah.
which side you're on, dude. They're trying to take away gun rights all the time. So I'm like, yo, I just got on Instagram, dude. This is
Yeah.
like 5 years ago, and I'm like, oh yeah, two-way industry, dude. You meet people, and then you realize like how many of these people out here are like straight up scumbags, dude.
Yeah. It's all about money and like popularity and like feeling above people. And that's what I hate. I was not the popular kid in the school. I was never that. I joined the infantry because I wanted to be more manly and not just do intelligence like they offered me and a 50K signing bonus. Like, no, then I'm just still a fucking nerd, a spineless. Like, no, send me 30 ASVAB score grunt school. Let's fucking go. And I went there, and I learned, you can take it. You got to be able to take it. You got to take all the fucking jabs and swings, but it doesn't mean you can't strike back. And a lot of these companies have other people do it for them, the fanboys and everything like that. And like Goon Operational Group literally sucks the dick of TRX Arms. And now I enjoy his videos from time to time, but this man literally, I don't care what anybody says, totally ripped off Spiritus. And then he proceeds to shit talk them now that his sales are good. He's like, oh, I'm not talking shit on Spiritus. I just do not like the sewing with the rubberized thing. And look at my Spiritus right now. I've only used it for a year. Now it's pretty much kaput. I'm like, bro, it's not kaput. It's got a little bit of string falling out, and that's it. Like, dude, I know what you're doing. It's like a woman backhandedly, complimenting you with passive aggressive tone.
Yeah.
Like, and like I see all these people shooting cardboard and everything like that, like fast shooting. Never show the hit points. And like I'm just like, okay, you can shoot center mass all you want, but what about the person with plates? All right, like like they're not gonna die. I mean, they could, depending on what you're rocking. But even then, it's just like, all right, if we're always shooting center mass, so we're just going to wait for them to get on the ground and try to shoot him in the leg a couple times, depending on the angle he's at while you're running. Like, no, man, come on. Get a headshot in there or just a leg shot, Because 5.56 to the leg, he's down more than fucking chest wound. But that's just me. I'm just speaking on my behalf. Worst thing that happened would be
and that does happen. I've got good buddies who they make gear and stuff, and they're not one of these bigger companies. And these bigger companies, what they do is they either hire people or they do it themselves, and they go around and they see like what's new, and they'll find like what's new, and then they'll like speed rush and put it out there and be like, oh, I did it first. Or they'll have all the money, and then they'll throw a patent down on them. They're like, oh, I did it first. When they didn't actually do it, they stole it. And so that's what I said, dude. Like a lot, like people, companies, like all these people parrot each other, dude. The lack of originality, man. It's lacking.
And these stress test drills, like, listen, they're great and everything. We barely did stress drills in the infantry. I mean, like, we barely even got to shoot half the time, like everything was fucking limited. And like, you can do stress tests all you want, but when it comes to actual bullet whizzing by you and you're limited to cover, dude, you're going to be freaking out, man. Like, I don't care who the fuck you are. You're like, oh shit, open field, fucking direct fire. Fuck that. With no suppressive fire from assault?
Nah, dude, you need to press check your M4 and then pull out your magazine and see how many rounds you got back in, and then put it back in. You just shot the cardboard like so many times, dude.
Yeah.
So yeah, I know it's, the civilian world is great because you have the freedom to be able to shoot and to, if you find the right place or have your own property, do whatever you want and get whatever kind of training you want to get. Whereas I was infantry, dude, we hardly shot at all.
Yeah, it's horrible. Limited income.
Yeah, we shot so little. So I think that also leads into the whole like civilian will. I shoot a lot on a flat range, so
Mhm.
therefore I have the ability to tell you what to do because I can shoot a gun faster than you. That seems to be like what's the word I'm looking for? Like the standard.
The new hotness,
The
shooting
new hotness of
fast.
the standard. Don't get me wrong, dude. It's great to shoot fast.
Awesome.
But it's like, dude, if you, oh my god, I shot that in 1 second. I'm like, I don't really care. Dude.
I don't
That
care, dude.
literally doesn't impress me at all. I don't
Yeah.
care, dude. Like, look at, dude. My whole thing is like, it's so much gimmicks out there, dude.
Yeah.
Everything's so gimmicky, dude. Like, all right, so everybody's seen the videos online of people getting shot or robbed, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, the number one aspect is ambush, right? It's all ambush. What's the number one aspect of flat range shooting theatrics? It's either a timer,
Yeah.
or it's like, all right, guys, here's my threat right here. Just shoot him as fast. Dude, first of all,
You're not going to know what direction you're getting shot at.
Exactly.
Like, even Rangers finally have fucking watches that can detect where the bullet sound came from. Not a direct area, but a direction. A fucking direction. Literally left, right, 9 o'clock, 6 o'clock, whatever.
Right.
That's all you got to go off of. And
Right. And so, but it's like you said, you got that, and then even in the real world, dude, it's ambush. So it's a dude coming up, or most of the time it's a dude you don't even know. He just got a gun. He's already pulling it out. So, but you don't see a lot of training like that because it doesn't look good. It's not flashy, you know. Like, you know, you can't whip out a shot timer on that and be like, oh yeah, I got the objective down in 0.5 seconds. Meh. So it's frustrating because it's like I just sit back, dude. I sit back. I'm like, man, if people would just be like, you know what? I did this drill really fast. I want to do it faster. And I'm like, well, why are you doing that drill?
over and over and over again.
And I'm like, why are you doing that drill? Oh, because I'm just trying to shoot really fast and beat that time like in a video game. Dude, I would be like, oh, that's awesome. But no, they're like,
you're going to be 700 feet or 700 yards from your target half the time.
Yeah.
Even in Iraq, you're like 300 fucking yards away. Stop thinking close-up shoot. What are you, going through like World War II in a small fucking farming town? Tanks everywhere? There's no tank battles anymore. It's not gonna fucking happen.
Yeah, and dude, it's to me, I just sit there and it's mildly absurd when you try to hear them articulate like, oh, well, if you're in an engagement, a civilian, the civilian instructors, because that's what we're talking about, are always like, well, here in the civilian, I'm like, bro, what are you talking about? When was the last time you took like indirect fire at Walmart where you trying to get like some Cinnamon Toast Crunch, dude, by 5 dudes?
Yeah.
What are you talking about, dude? Just say, yo, look, I saw this on COD and it's really cool and I wanted to recreate it. Dude, I would be like, I'd follow you. I'd be like, that's cool. But when you sit there and try to articulate, in the civil, and I'm not knocking the training. You can do whatever you want to. Man.
I'll knock the training. I'll be the best. But like, I know,
I'm trying to admire you, bro.
I know. Fucking I met someone's wife that ended up almost being raped in an alleyway, and she shot the guy clear on because he didn't have a gun or anything. It's just like for the most part, you can't really, you know. People say that, oh, well, he threw me to the ground. I shot him. I'm like, all right, you know, police-wise, you're going to have to get a lawyer regardless, all right? It's not going to be like the cops are like, hey, you get to go home. No. You're going to the fucking police station and in holding regardless.
And they'll confiscate your gun for months or years.
Yeah, and like you're never probably going to get that gun back.
Yeah. Now, a girl has a good defense because a guy who's stronger than her if he's on drugs or whatever. So the gun is the great equalizer.
And that's what I love about, like I hate about feminists. Like, females should absolutely have a fucking gun at all times. They should be able to walk into college parking lots with a gun. People aren't going to be blasting people like the media likes to make it look, especially my fiance who works at a fucking hospital late at night in an open parking lot with no security and 3 megapixel fucking video cameras that doesn't pick up shit.
Yeah.
Fuck no.
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
It's unacceptable.
No, I agree, and it's frustrating. In here in Georgia, dude, they did open carry on college campuses.
That's fucking amazing.
Yeah, and dude, there's been 0 shootings. Now they'll tell you that there have been. I think Colorado's been doing this for 15 years, and there's been shootings. But I think the only shootings is a teacher was showing off his gun in class one time.
It went off. Yep.
And it accidentally went off. And then somebody, I think they were in their dorm showing their gun off, and it accidentally went off. There's not been actually any intent to commit a crime.
Yeah, intent to kill shootings there, right? And suicides. It's just. It's ridiculous.
And that's what they add into gun deaths too, is suicides, when that's not an actual
65%.
Yeah,
it's nuts. I think it's only like 13% were actually used for murder.
Yeah.
Killings and drive-bys, and it's never at the intended target. Thanks a lot.
Yeah.
But anyways, going back to the whole fucking civilian world training and everything. Like, listen, if you don't know your shit, fuck off. Like, there should be an evaluation if you're going to be charging people for money. Or like you're going to be one of those spokespeople online and someone calls out your shit, you better fucking either back it up with some good highlight reels, because all I've seen these days is shitty civilian fucking firearms instructors. And even though there's some that are amazing, they take information and they adapt over their shit that they make mistakes. They fucking own up to it immediately. And I have yet to see these new confounded fucking Goon operational group type fucking businesses just spewing out bullshit for high quality videos with like some Suicide Boys soundtrack, making it look like they know what they're doing. But it's just literally, you don't see their shots, you don't see any of that. Yeah. It's just acting like a fool. Like, I'm fully for acting a fool. I do it all the time. But I'm not trying to preach, establish a tribe, a militia, and train when you're just doing stupid, retarded shit.
No,
I can't handle that.
But see, the thing is that I know you get beat up a lot online because you call people out.
Yeah.
And so, but that's the thing, dude. Like, it's funny because people are like, "Oh, you're a grown man. Why do you care about calling somebody out?" But like I said, dude, I sit back over here and I'm like, well, wait a second. This entity or person is giving away incorrect or false or just straight up ignorant information. Yeah. Why can't they be called out? What is so wrong with calling somebody out? Dude, now I'll tell you this, dude, to jump over from civilian into the military or law enforcement. Dude, those, like, you're allowed to be called out, dude.
Yes.
What I get sick and tired is of military guys and law enforcement guys, dude. When you call them out, they're like, "Oh, it was an army for 10 years," and I'm like, I don't care, dude. I was in the army too. I don't, but I'm not anymore.
Yeah, I don't care how many deployments you did, dude.
Same here, dude. Are you giving good, correct information, or are you not? If you're not, why aren't you? Why, or okay, this is what you're saying. Okay, yeah, you know what? That makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah. That's cool. So
I get more DMs about my videos than responses on the threads, because people are like, literally like, dude, I can't like this because like we kind of partner with this person. Yeah. But dude, fuck yeah, on fucking point. Like T-Rex Arms. Like, listen, I don't care how good of a shooter he is. I don't fucking care. If I'm at the range every day and have unlimited supply and a smooth running business, sure, I would be great. Mm-hmm. And I have all the people that can come and help me that are famous, the whole 9 yards, that's fine. But if you're labeling yourself as a firearms instructor, I don't care if you unloaded a gun or whatever, you're teaching a class and you're swinging your weapon and it's flagging someone. That is the one rule, no matter what, treat every firearm as if it's loaded. Yeah. That's where I'm going to critique you at. Yeah. Now, if you just used an airsoft gun, first, I'm pretty sure you could have afforded it to avoid the whole fucking confrontation, which he knew that he was going to do it. He just got more famous for it.
That's why he did it, dude. So, dude, I agree with you 1,000% on this, because I get a lot of DMs of his range theatrics. Yeah, that's what they are, dude. And I'll tell you this: he's not the only one who does it. I've heard opinions, and I've heard out of their own mouth the upper guys, which they like to think of themselves. They do that stuff on purpose.
Yes.
Because you know why? Because most of these guys aren't original. They throw the same thing at you over and over. They do the same thing over and over again. And so, dude, like you go on like T-Rex Arms videos, you go on these bigger upper name guys, dude. Go look at their comments. They'll put up a video and they might have 30, 40, 50,000, 100,000 views. Bro, they got like 30 comments.
Yeah.
Dude, I average like 30 comments. Dude, I will get 100, 200 comments, dude.
Yeah.
You've done it too. So
yeah.
So what they're doing is they're not generating any kind of critique or thought or response from people. So like, oh, my next video, I got to do something crazy. So I'm going to take a weapon that I don't know if it's loaded or not loaded. I think that I ran out of ammunition. He never checked it.
Yeah. He said that in the full video that he made it apparent to everyone that it's empty, the whole night. So I was like, but it doesn't matter. See, that's where you're wrong. You're supposed to treat it as if
put up the full video, bro. Why do you put up that? Because I
want you to go to my channel, bro. Look for the video.
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying, dude. It's a gimmick. It is a gimmick. Why do you have to do that? Why do you have to do that and act that way?
Yeah. And he's literally calling out the swing. He's like, no, you shouldn't swing your weapon like this. Let me show you how to do it. And I'm like, okay, I'm not going to trust you because you've never been in combat. You've never been engaged, first off. And that just spews civilian versus regular military. And then everybody's divided. Everybody shit talks. And everybody gets the conversation going. And meanwhile, he gets views. He gets likes. He gets follows because they want to see him do other dumb shit.
But the thing is, dude, if he would have even and he doesn't do this either. If he would have come out and if he would have just said, hey, look, I did that, and I put up that little clip on purpose to get your guys' attention because I wanted to teach you a point. You know, he didn't do that, dude. You know what he did and what all these guys do? He defended his own mistake.
Yes.
With an I don't know how to say it, unlogical. His response, dude, was ridiculous. Well, the gun was unloaded, so therefore I can flag people with it. What's rule number 1, dude? Don't flag somebody with a gun.
Yeah. And that's where I'm just like, I'm done with I had my buddy chew me out because my barrel, even though my hands were out the rifle, were just down, near him. And I was like, I got a little irked, but I was like, you know what? He's right. He's right. He comes from good stock. He's right. Even though I'm just like a savage, I don't fucking care. As long as my trigger's not on it, my finger on the trigger, that's fine. But I'm like, you're just like a grunt. So I'm also, grunts are due for mistakes.
Dude, I'll tell you this, and you can agree. Anybody else can agree. You don't try to do it. Your finger stays on the trigger. Your weapon stays on safe. You keep your muzzle pointed in the safe direction no matter what. But dude, if you're in the military, if you're in close quarters, bro, you flag people a lot more than you think.
Yes.
But you're being as safe as you possibly can, dude. Sometimes there's no ways around it, dude. So.
Yeah, especially fucking engagement, and you're pulling out that fucking AT4, and you're trying to fucking drop that bitch, and people are taking forever to fucking get out of the fucking blast zone just to launch off a fucking round. I mean, sometimes someone's gonna lose their hearing a little bit for a little bit, but you know what? We have to fire that bitch right the fuck now.
Tell him out. I need to put on my ears.
Oh my god, dude! That's why I see all these people shooting without ears. I'm like, wait. You're gonna wear that all the time? Fuck that. I'm fucking trying to lose some decibels, so I'm not freaking out even more. I already got 1 ear left. I got 1 ear. That's all I got. Fucking sucks.
I'm half deaf in this ear, dude. It's rough.
Only gonna get worse. It sucks.
I'm like the guy in the cartoon with that megaphone. I'm like, huh?
Oh, like Wild Wild West? Sticks in.
So, but yeah, dude. So that's kind of like, and it's almost like it's the status quo of what it seems to be a lot. It's not everybody, dude. There's some good,
it's very
really good civilian shooters. There's a guy here. I forget his name, dude. I'm so bad with names. I forget his name. But
TBI, I hear you.
No, he's really good. No, he's one of the bigger name guys. Everybody knows who he is. He's got like long blonde hair. I'm jealous of his hair, but he's a civilian, dude, but he tells people, he's like, look, dude, I'm a civilian. I just want to be a better shooter. And his videos and everything, like they're really good, and he's not cringy. So,
Yeah, I like just open and honest. Like, hey, dude, like, I'm just a civilian shooter, or like, hey, I'm in the military. I got like maybe one deployment, or never deployed. So just letting you know this is how I'm shooting, and not like giving like intricate like I am right all the time. Like you can get that in 2 seconds. Like T-Rex arms, you already know he's gonna think he's right. Goon operational group, absolutely.
Yeah.
Just like the higher ones, it's just like. But the other ones are just like, no, I don't know. I have all the answers. This is just how I do it, and like this is the strategy for this that I've learned. That's it. Keep it simple. No one gives you shit. T-Rex arms fucking taking, was it 3 minutes to get fucking set to, he got a scar with a fucking 6x zoom. It took him forever to get all the battle ready and everything. But even Haley Strategic, he sped up the video from what I've heard.
Oh, dude, they all do it, dude. No.
I'm like, bro, I was like, hold up. No fucking way.
Dude, no. T-Rex arms, all his little posse, his little inner circle, dude, those dudes are like, I don't do like, is it like a rule you got to be cringe to hang out with them? But
I think so. Unless you love Jesus, it ain't gonna be a fun time.
But dude, they speed up their videos, dude. Yes,
yeah.
they do. Look at hand movements and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like just look at the hand movements. That's how you know.
Yeah.
And so, dude, I think and like I said, dude, I don't follow these guys because that'll be our next point, dude. Like the whole toxic BS. But like, dude, somebody sent me a video, T-Rex arms shooting at night vision. And bro, he did that thing where he speeds up his video.
Yeah.
Look, first of all, it's night vision. So, dude, he's going like this, and it's night vision. Dude, how well can you see under night vision?
Dude, I fucking hated that. I'd rather go dark than fucking.
I hate night vision too. Yeah, you can't see very well, and then you got this.
Depth perception is
dude
garbage.
Speeding up his videos, dude, and some of his targets are like 50 yards away.
Yeah.
And dude, if you see his gun, he was running a pistol too.
Yeah.
I'm like, and then people are like, oh man, this is so awesome. And dude, I'm just sitting here going, dude, he didn't even hit anything. He hit nothing.
Yeah.
He didn't hit anything. Ooh, I had my IR laser on your pistol. It's like that, dude. You ever shot a pistol with a laser? It's like this. Let's do it. Let him do a video of that where he stands there with his he pulls out his pistol. So I want him to do a video. Do this video right here. Laser, IR, you can see it visible. He pulls out as fast as he can, dude. And I'm gonna
put that up. I'm gonna put that up.
It's gonna hurt, dude. It's gonna be sacrilege to him. He's gonna have to slow down his video. Okay.
Yeah.
He's do slow. Let's see where that red dot goes. I promise you, that red dot's gonna go like this until he settles it down. But when he's when he's snapping his gun out and shooting, pow, pow, you're missing the target, bro.
Yeah.
You're missing.
And like I've told people before, and I talked to Strife about this. It's like, like, listen, if you're fighting a foreign power, right? Let's say we're engaging Russia or China. They have nods too. Why the fuck are you gonna put on your nods, fucking put on the IR laser where they can clearly see it if they're doing it a night convoy? Why the fuck? Why would you? That's useless. He said, if you want to fucking freak people out that have fucking night vision, just open up on the motherfuckers. Because let me just tell you, you see sparks flying on those fucking nods, you're not going to know where the fuck to go. You're not going to be aiming fucking good. I'd rather aim down my fucking red dot than rely on the fucking IR laser. Like, dude, fuck all that. Your fucking basic breathing goes out the fucking tube in 2 fucking seconds.
Yeah.
Especially if you're in a vehicle, bro.
Dude, that's another thing. So you got your flat range theatrics, bro. I throw kit on. I throw kit on, chest rigs and all.
T-Rex arms right here. The stolen vest.
But dude, when you're on deployment or even in garrison, dude, and you're training or you're on missions or whatever, dude, bro, you're wearing that kit for 12 to 14 hours a day.
Yep.
But then you have these guys out in the flat range and they're wearing their shit like
breathing.
Maybe they wore it for 4 hours, maybe 5.
Yep.
And it's like, dude, do you train with your kit? Bro, you threw a plate carrier on and did a drill. Like, don't sit here and talk to me about wearing kit and a helmet, dude. You wore your helmet for like what, 10 minutes?
Yeah, I'm not gonna fucking wear my kit engaging a fucking foreign power all the time. Fuck no.
Dude. Yeah, go wear a helmet for 12 hours. Go wear a kit for 12 hours. Like, dude, that's another whole aspect of it. And I'm not knocking these guys.
I am.
Well,
Fuck everybody's thinking that you're going to be in full camo, full kit, full fucking knots, engaging a foreign power that's invaded our country, looking like a simple fucking target at night. Like, no, dude. I'm fucking putting on a blanket like the fucking Iraqis did when they first invaded, because they literally were like, all right, cool, they pick up heat signatures. All right, so let me get a fucking blanket. Now I'm set. Now I can just chill right there and be mobile as fuck. Because Stripe literally says, you want to be fucking mobile. You want to be able to run a gun like Rambo. I mean, Mel Gibson fucking, like us, like regular civilians weren't wearing fucking mob level fucking 9 suits trying to fucking do some fucking hood gangster GWAT shit. Like, no. That's where the Iraqis and the Afghanis had, like the Taliban fucking had.
Well, that's the thing. That's the part, dude. Like, we do all this training, right? I mean, don't get me wrong, it's good.
Yeah.
Like the whole mop gear. Yeah, it's good training and all, but
yeah.
Oh, it saves your life. Dude, yeah. Like in Afghanistan, dude, you're fighting dudes in like man dresses and like turbans, dude. And then we're like fully kitted up.
Yeah.
And of course, like we have superior firepower, but it's just like, I'll tell you this, dude. One of my greatest accomplishments in the military is that I never had to put on mop gear.
Oh, you lucky whore.
And then, I got a NTC because I was getting out.
No.
So when NTC rolled around, I'm like, hey, Cap.
Always.
Deuces.
I feel like more soldiers die from NTC per year than fucking like combat now. Oh, this is ridiculous. People dying in helicopters. I was like, does no one ever pay attention to the lack of accountability that we have to like the safety? Like, that's why I like Trump, man, because like, I'll get a little political. He was like, we're grounding all fucking flights because people are dying. Like, this is not okay. Let me give you the fucking funding for it, because like, that's a need. And he also put in some money for the wall too, which is totally fine. Like, fuck yeah. Let's build that bitch up. Like, I mean, we already have a wall. It's just shitty. So yeah, let's build a better one. But like he was putting responsibility back and financial compensation to get our fucking jets or helicopters, everything. Like, no one should die from just putting out the helicopter and making sure everything's good. Like, no.
No, I mean, you're right, dude. Nobody should, but in training, there's accidents. One of my good buddies, Graham Woody, he just got back from Afghanistan. He was an E5, and they were out training, dude. And he was the gunner. He was in the turret on a Humvee, and it rolled over.
Oh.
And it killed him, dude. I mean, we were shocked. Like, he was an awesome soldier, a good dude.
Yeah.
So, there's going to be training accidents, but yeah, when it starts happening all the time, dude, I'm going to be honest, dude. I see the accountability, and I'm just a regular grunt, dude. But even when I was in, dude, from now, I still got buddies who are in, they send text messages like the stuff they do. And bro, I'm just telling you, man, our military is
so bad.
It's not, dude. It's not looking good, dude.
No, I knew to get out and take the med board. I mean, my squad leader at the time told me to just get the fuck out, dude. Mm-hmm. He's like, I'm going SF, and I'm away from all that. It's like, I don't know, like fucking being a mailman compared to like a fucking CEO. It's just like a whole different fucking realm. Personal responsibility is always there in special forces. Somewhat. I mean, they do a lot of drugs while they're deployed and fuck a lot of whores. But at the same time, for the most part, the SF community is pretty fucking...
Well, the big thing with that is that it's because they're all NCOs. So you're supposed to treat NCOs accordingly. And the team sergeant is ultimately in charge, and then they all call each other out to keep each other in check.
Whereas it's the top brass that are just fucking everything up.
Well, in the regular army, dude, you have your little privates with no power, and dude, you know how it is, dude. You get beat up and mistreated.
Oh yeah.
So even now with like this, this COVID stuff, you got lieutenant colonels coming out saying, "Hey, look, like I'm not taking the vaccine or whatever," and everybody's like, "Oh yeah, that's awesome. I'm so proud of him," and I'm like, dude. He's a lieutenant colonel. Ain't nobody doing nothing.
Yeah.
What about the E2s, the E3s, the E1s with family?
Oh, I don't care about money. I don't care about my retirement. Well, motherfucker, there's some of us that join to establish a family and go to college and do something. Like, listen, I tell people just take the vaccine, say fuck it. Listen, if you have bills, you have nowhere to go, don't listen to every motherfucker that's spewing out. I will not. Like, dude, they don't want people in the military anymore. Like, this administration doesn't want a military power by any means, from what I'm seeing. They're just using it as another. Obama did it with the forced retirement. People literally got screwed.
Yeah, I remember that, dude.
That shit was so fucked up.
They were giving people pink slips for whatever, and they weren't funding. Dude, I was in with that, and I remember, dude, they weren't funding it. Dude, we wouldn't do anything for months, dude.
Yeah, there's only so many fucking how many pop quizzes that you can do to your grunts. Like, hey, how fucking far does this go? What direction do you need? What's the wind speed? Like,
no, they're just like, go to the motor pool. Go to the motor pool.
Yeah, I didn't become a grunt to be overtly educated. That's not what I mean. Fucking gym for 6 hours a day. Oh my god, it was so bad. It was such a beefcake.
That was the one cool thing, dude, being able to work out all the time and getting paid.
I know. And like you were like looked at favored by your leadership by just doing, you know, what you should be doing as a grunt.
Exactly.
Being fit. Yeah, sure. Get fucked up. You know, I guess fuck some bitches or whatever. That wasn't really me in the military because I didn't have a car. But, oh, God. I don't know, man. Like, the whole culture of the infantry is just destroyed.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely destroyed.
It's definitely gone in the wrong direction, in my opinion.
Yeah, like, hazing is supposed to be a thing. Because once you're done through your hazing phase, it's just the ultimate, like, fucking brohood. Even then, like, I was getting smoked fucking drinking those hot Iraqi water bottles every fucking day, doing suicides until I vomited up every goddamn thing I could. But I wanted to be dismount, and I had to prove it.
Passage, dude. You know,
yeah,
the Spartans, dude.
Oh, dude, they would fuck you too.
It used to be their culture, dude. If you didn't survive as like an 8-year-old kid, dude, you died. Through the Spartan, like they'd be like, well, he's weak, he's gonna have to die or make it.
Yep, Maasai tribe. You're not a man unless you kill a fucking tiger.
Yeah, but
I mean, lion. That's fucking badass.
Now you tell a guy to do 25 push-ups in the infantry, and dude, you can get written.
You have to do them with them.
15 for it. It's insane.
I'm like, this is not. I was like, I did all my smoking, and then they stopped smoking, or else you have to do it with them. And my squad leader was like, fuck that. Just keep an eye out for a sergeant or a major fucking battalion commander to come around. Like, get up.
You weren't allowed to say it. You weren't even allowed to say it at one point. I'm like, nah, dude, like you can't say it. You're like, you know, we don't do that anymore. No, I'm like, all right, whatever. It's corrective training. That's what it was. Is like corrective training.
Yeah, it is.
You couldn't make them do anything physical.
I'd rather just fuck people up and get fucked up. Like if I fucked up, punch me. Like it's horrible. That's when Congress interferes, and then that's downhill, man. It's horrible.
All right, homie. What do you want to move? What topic you want to move on to?
I'm talking about, let's say, fucking the ammunition really needed for today's society.
Okay.
I've seen a lot of people literally spend like thousands of dollars on ammo. And like you see all these people on the big Instagrams literally firing out fucking hundreds of rounds like every fucking time they go out shooting and everything. I'm like, that's all great. Like forward observation and all that, even though it's not even run by an actual SF guy. It's the brother of an SF guy. Fucking, you know, images matter, whatever. But everybody thinks that they have to fucking train every day. And then, you know, you have the fucking civilian who's, oh, you don't have to train every day, you just got to dry fire. I'm like, yeah, that can only get you so fucking far. It's just being fucking, if you want to be an American, you want to be fucking prepared, have at least 300 fucking rounds, a battle carry, because if someone's trying to kill you with guns or, you know, military or a foreign power or just regular Fetty boys, they're going to have enough rounds to be fucking reloading you just fine, because like a dead man has much to give, I've learned. And you know, people are literally thinking like, you need thousands of rounds of ammo. I'm like, that's cool if you want to be like a warlord in the future, that's cool, like, but people literally have built, the common man or the common vet is literally at college trying to fucking make ends meet, working a side job at a bar, trying to go through school and, you know, afford this day-to-day stuff and try to have fun. No, they're not going to spend fucking $1,000 on fucking ammo. Like, none of these big league guys are fucking logical in what you need to be doing, and just making people feel complete or safe enough with just 300 rounds. And like, I don't know, man. Like the logical thinking and preparation for a tyranny or whatever the hell we're gonna call it these days is just so fucking backwards now. Because that's the problem. The 2A community is also a company. All right, there's all forms of companies. There's ammo companies, gun companies, the whole 9 yards, and they want your money, so they're gonna object to your fear, and they are gonna profit the fuck out of it. And that's where I have a problem with the 2A community again, which I brought up in Naked Dance to catch people's attention. The 2A community is no different than a Fortune 500 company, no matter what. They are like, hell yes, let the fear come in, let me get rich as fuck.
I agree.
Now weapons are going for $1,000 more than they should.
No, I 100% agree. Ammo companies are some of the worst too.
So, yes, they're giving you bullshit deals or half-assed ammo and making huge amounts of profit.
Dude, I agree with you 100%. And you know, people might not like this topic, or they might not agree with you on it, but you have a point. Is that the ammo? What do you really need with ammo? You need what you train. So you need to keep like your training ammo, and then you have your self-defense ammo. So yeah, like you said, you need you know, you can pack some ammo cans in your vehicle. The most important thing with ammunition is preparedness. Prepare to bug out, prepare to defend yourself. So yeah, you need to have, you know, 5,000, 500,000 rounds in your truck and ammo cases, and then on you 300. You're not gonna be able to carry much more, dude. You gotta remember, that's another thing. Like all these people are talking about is like, if the zombies come, or if it's World War III, or who are the dudes like Wolverines?
Oh my God, I know. Yeah, Red Dawn.
So if like a scenario like that happens, dude, the number one thing for us civilians to do is survive.
Yeah,
dude, you're not gonna be like mimicking these dudes on a flat range trying to shoot in under a second, you know, sub-second draw. Dude, no, you're gonna be trying to survive. So you need to make sure you got food. You make sure you got, you know, some type of way to
basic
survive. Water, food, you know, MREs, stuff that's gonna last, batteries, lights, camping equipment. You know, can you hunt? Can you cook? You know, how are you gonna wash your clothes? How are you gonna wash your ass? How are you gonna brush your teeth? You know, you gotta have all that stuff, dude. It's, oh no, I'm gonna be shooting hundreds of dudes with my $5,000. You know,
so you're gonna be a fucking end of the world pirate. Got it.
Bro, no, dude. That's why I said it's all a gimmick. If you just came and said, "Yo, I have a really cool product, you guys want it," but it's this like, "Oh, you need this gun so you can fight off the government." It's like, nah, dude. I'm gonna be surviving. I'm gonna be protecting my family.
Yeah, that's it. Stop all those fucking predatory, rapey kind of people and fetty boys or foreign powers from taking away my children and shit like that.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna be doing, dude. Is just trying to survive. I'm not gonna be like bringing the fight to the government. Like,
oh, you're gonna lose that shit if you try to do a 4-man team into the White House. You're gonna lit the fuck up. That's what I hear about these fucking operators. We're gonna end tyranny. You know, like we're gonna take down. I'm like, dude.
It's just talk. It's just talk to sell a product. That's all it is, dude. Name one person out there who has actually changed anything. Name one influencer or gun guy who's helped win back bump stocks.
Yeah.
Who's helped win back machine guns.
Yeah, it's literally through the courts, and that's how it goes. And like,
dude, not one of these people out here has done any of that. So you know what? I don't really sit here and care to listen to what you have to say.
Yeah. When it comes like, you can overrule a ban temporarily, but for the most part, it relies on the governor. And like, now our voting system's pretty fucked. So people pretty much has to do some illegal shit and just get a firearm, or literally move to somewhere where you can get a firearm and just fucking bite the bullet. Like, they're like, no, I'm not going to move. Okay, then stop fucking complaining all the time. Everybody loves to fucking complain about their state. Oh, well, I'm not allowed to have this. Then move. Well, I can't move. I have family. Well, then fuck your family, man. What do you care about more? Your safety, dude? Or the stubbornness of your family for not moving also? Like, I moved away from my family because I was cringy at the fucking Pennsylvania laws. You know, like, I don't want to have to get a concealed carry every fucking year. And they're like, oh, no, Pennsylvania's not like that. The outside. I want to move to the outside of Pennsylvania. I want to be in the boondocks.
Yeah.
Like, no, dude, I like to fucking get some drugs and have a good time and not work in a farm all the fucking time. I'm an IT guy. Let me live a little bit.
Yeah.
That's why I like Arizona. Everything. If you want water, there's water here. There's guns, legal weed. Don't even need a constitution. Buy a gun, cool. Throw it in your truck. You're good to go.
Yeah.
Keep it simple.
Yeah, Georgia's really relaxed, like we talked about earlier.
Yeah. The cops would love for you to have a gun. They're like, good, make my job easier.
Yeah. It actually in the city over Kennesaw, where I live at, the city over Kennesaw, it's a law that you have to own a gun.
That's amazing.
They did this back in the 70s, and they said in Kennesaw it's the law, and because the crime rate, dude, was insane. So then anybody who came and moved into this area, you're like, hey, you have to buy a gun, and dude, the crime rate went to non-existent, dude.
So that's good parenting right there. That is good towns parenting right there. I love the country folk for that reason. I love it. And I love seeing these white cops pulling over black people, and they have like 6 fucking guns in the car, and they're all registered. Yeah. And they're like, and then they video the cops giving back. They're like, "Oh, you're good, man. Here you go. Have fun." They're like, "Oh."
I will tell you that most, obviously, you know how the media works, dude.
Oh, it's so bad.
It's always trying to show that all these cops are racist, especially down here south, dude.
They're the opposite.
Dude, first of all, I don't hang out with anybody that would be like that. So that's why I don't really see a lot of that stuff. So, because I wouldn't hang out with somebody like that. But
listen, if you want to put black people behind bars, just go to a Democrat fucking state. Trust me, they'll have the loopholes to put black people in jail. They're not in the South really anymore. I was like, there's more KKK people in Pennsylvania than anywhere else in the United States.
Really?
Really? There's more guns in Pennsylvania than Texas. Trust me, man. They have whole KKK towns here.
Texas is getting wonky, bro.
Yeah, all those Californians moving to Texas, changing the government.
That's what it is, dude. I don't want to live in California.
Yeah. I think there needs to be, what was it? Oh, that was the governor's secret ploy to get people out of Texas, make abortion illegal. That's how you do it. Trump's Mike.
Hey. I mean, it may work.
After 6 weeks, man, I don't really listen. I fully believe in a woman's right to have it. I don't want to have to pay for it. I want to be able to get a vasectomy at 18 or 16. If I can't get that right, then fuck all that bullshit. I'm sorry, but men's rights in this country are bullshit. Dave Chappelle said it best. You have all the abortions you want, but I don't have to fucking take care of it. I don't have to pay for
it. But you make a good point on that. That's what people don't ever bring that up, because what do people do in politics on both sides? They play on people's emotions.
Always.
But the crux of the situation when it comes to abortions, because nobody talks about it, is they're always like, oh, it's my body, my choice. But it's like, well, but yeah, but at the same time, dude, I don't need to be sitting here paying for your lifestyle.
Yeah.
So that's
absolutely, it should be always tax-free, and Planned Parenthood should not be doing using donated funds for political political background, like gun community. Listen, if they really knew that no one gave a shit about the NRA, dude, they would be heartbroken. We're like, wait, no one really donates to the NRA anyway? No, fuck no. They just get away with shit too, and I hate the NRA because they make it a political spectrum again.
I'm not a big fan of the NRA at all.
No, I don't want a made in China backpack when I subscribe. That's first off the worst backpack ever. Oh, you can fit your knife in a flash. Dude, leave me the fuck alone, NRA. Give me a post with some big titties and call it a day. Be real.
It's literally like the worst. You get that and like a hat.
I donate to UNICEF before I donate to the NRA.
Yeah, and the best part is like the best part is the bag and the hat color is that digi camo, dude. It's like the worst camo ever.
Worse, like where'd you find this extra stock of shit in a warehouse, or you just tried to just sew shit in?
Oh my god,
oh
dude.
god.
Oh my god. Like one of the guys I actually like, one of the big names on Instagram I like is that Coleon Noir guy. I like him. I agree with him with a lot of what he says, but at the same time, dude, it's like, bro, you're in the NRA, and and your buddies are, and like y'all didn't do anything. As a matter of fact, you lost gun rights. So and like the owner of the NRA is spending.
They get paid so much fucking money, it's insane.
How much money did he spend on suits? Wasn't it like $30,000 one year?
Yeah, barely anything.
Dude, bro, like how much? Like I don't make much more than that. After taxes, I don't make much.
Yeah, I hear you,
taxes, dude. And so it's like, what are you doing, dude? Like you're one of the fundamental rights. I don't have no issue with you making a lot of money, but when you're not getting any of our rights back and you're out here spending 30, 40.
We want your fucking head, dude.
Yeah, exactly, dude. Exactly. At this point, you're just a paid politician, dude. You just paid.
Yeah, that's why, like, my war bear, I literally tell people, just think for yourself. Do what you feel is best. Because, like, not everybody's in the same situation financially or like, family-wise. Like, listen, if you want to teach your kids how to shoot, go for it. If you can't afford to teach it, don't fucking break your fucking bank account just to teach your kid for a hypothetical situation. Tell people to be patient, but be violent. But be patient, man, because you're going into that fear tactics. Mm-hmm. Like, I'll let everybody know if they really need to fucking start doing some shit. But even then, it's going to be messy. Like, that's where I'm getting at, where, like, these militia groups and everything, like, people training for the end. Like, dude, you're probably going to go to jail. You're probably going to a camp or whatever, or just get killed. Like, they're going to change it all. Like, if you kill a Fed, dude, you're going to jail forever, for life. That's it. Yeah, and that's where they put the fear in you. Like, it's not, if there was the thing, the bullet hurt around the world, started off a chain of reactions. That's what you wait for. Until then, everybody calm the fuck down.
Yeah.
People are going to go to jail for just some Instagrammer saying, oh, the Armada's happening. Or you see a meme where, like, they're going door to door. Like, okay, but what's the aftermath of them going to door? Okay, they give you the shot. But are they, threat family at gunpoint or anything like that? No, you're not going to shoot the nurse that's literally trying to give you a shot. Like, no. Like, listen, no. It's the fucking police officers that are spraying you with a fuck ton of mace and you're 70 years old and beating you with a baton and go back into your home like Australia. That's when you need to start doing some shit.
Yeah. But see, you said something really important there. You said it's going to be the police officer that's doing it.
Right. All the good cops are going to be gone by then.
Well, so that's the thing, dude. That's the thing, dude. You can't enforce any laws without the police force.
Right.
So, dude. So then you have these cops who are like me and you enforcing all these unconstitutional things, man.
Yeah.
You're just like, I just sit there and I'm like, bro. Like, do these?
I got out of Pennsylvania, man.
Sit there and be like, I'm enforcing a law that is unconstitutional right now.
Like, they legalized weed, like medical, in Pennsylvania, right?
Mm-hmm.
They put a 75-year-old person in jail because he had less than a gram of weed in his car. He wasn't even under the influence. Put a 75-year-old man in jail. This is my local town. I'm like, what? I was like, and I look, and I know some of the cops. I was like, you're a vet, dude. Like, I know you smoke fucking weed. I was like, you got all those tattoos. You don't think I know you smoked weed back in the day? Get the fuck out of here. Like, that's sometimes, like, my state trooper buddies, literally, like, they found, like, 2 ounces of weed in the car. They just threw it out of the car. And they're like, go on, be gone. They don't want to fucking write up that stupid paperwork for something that doesn't hurt anyone.
Well,
they're wanting more shit, like fucking Tech Nines, like here in Tucson. They're working for guns or heroin or fucking meth.
Yeah.
Those are real cops. Like, yeah, fuck those drugs. I'm not gonna bust you for some shroom or weed.
Dude, it's
horrible.
I know, dude, and it's just like, Dude, there's like people in jail for like possession of marijuana is like the bad. There's like possession of weed.
Kamala Harris town.
Dude, yeah, but they're like in jail for like 20 years, and all they did was have like weed on.
Dude, like the crack epidemic, they was this white boy Rick got almost life in jail for crack cocaine, but he never dealed any weed. He was an FBI informant, so they had this little kid, which is illegal, be an informant for the FBI and give up the drug dealers' names of the competition to make it seem like it was just a gang taking over certain territories, and not even the cracking of I think it was New York that literally was in charge of killing people and getting people killed and spreading crack cocaine throughout the whole state. Got like 25 years. This guy was in for over 60 years. It's nuts. White Boy Rick, man. It's a movie about it too. It's pretty good. He's a Jew too. I was like, damn, they got the Jewish kid.
Got to round up the Jews. Where have you seen that?
Yeah, he got shot because of the FBI, which is a big like lawsuit. But they put him into jail and they just scrapped it, so he just went to jail and it's all buried up. That's what I hate. We have all the devices in the world to find all the criminals that we can use, but we're using it to find, not even false flags, but just the bottom dwellers. All the major mass shootings, all of them were interviewed by either local PD or the FBI. Pulse shooter that killed 60 gay people in a club in a no gun zone area. He was interviewed 2 fucking times. 2 times. But because of an Islamophobia fucking thing within the FBI, that was not allowed. I was like, this motherfucker. But like, are you kidding me? We called him 2 times. We had him interviewed.
Well, that's a podcast for another time, though, dude.
Yeah, let's get on there.
That's where you get like what do they call it? Like social politics involved, and they think it does good, but actually it makes things worse.
Right, like they're doing the verdict before they have their day in court. So let's say we arrest them. All right, what's your findings? All right, constant hate groups on that, and I'm chanting that we need to kill gay people. Okay, that's a pretty big sign. But if it's just like, hey, I have guns, I disagree, cool. All right, well, if you just say, I want to kill gay people, but just bought a firearm. Okay, you're going to jail. All right, you're going to have your court date. All right, make your case. If you can't defend your case, like you're looking like a shooter, then you need to go to jail. But if you're just like, I disagree with gay people and I'm resharing this meme, now you're going to jail. That's the thing now because you're white. But anybody else that has any religious backend, that's Islamic or anything like that, it's the opposite of white supremacy. I was like, this is ridiculous. So I was like, I'm fucking tired of this. This is bullshit. I was like, I can't even look on the television anymore. Can't watch one bit of news.
Yeah, dude. I cut down. That's the thing is like a lot of these people though. It's like they rely on the news, and you hear them like regurgitate a lot of
same shit over and over again.
Yeah, dude. And it's like, dude. First of all, if you think a certain way, like that's fine. But at the same time, like do a little bit of sit back and do a little bit of critical thinking. Just don't take everything you hear like it's doctrine. Like look into it yourself and figure out what's really going on. Like they're just doing like hit pieces half the time. So I don't watch the news anymore. I got to turn it all off, dude.
I watch Tucker Carlson because like they're literally just trying to bring him down, and he's like the only, not like he's always right or anything, but like he asked you to ask questions, which is what I like. That's a little based. I like a little base. Like he said, I'm an avid gun hunter. Like I know Fox doesn't like me. He's like, I'll put it out there. Like NSA is spying on me. They're all it's true. I'm like, you know what? He's like a well-articulate Alex Jones. And I hate more than anything that Alex Jones is right. You know what I mean? Like everybody's like, see, I told you Alex Jones is right. Well, that's not good. This is not good that Alex Jones is right. Everybody's like, I try to put up news all the time on my Instagram, like just videos for you to see what's really going on, not the news putting out there. Because like Australia's all fucked up right now. all fucked up. There's riots in the streets. Cops are getting killed.
They don't show any of that, dude.
They don't show any of it. And for people to rely on the news, fuck them.
Dude, I tell people, like, because they'll say something about something, I'm like, man, have you seen what's going on over in Australia? And they're like, no. I'm like, bro, just like look, because if you say it to them, if you tell them what's going on, they'll be like, oh no, that's not true. They would know.
That's like far right stuff.
Yeah,
like,
they would. Nobody would ever do that. Nobody would ever. I'm like, dude, they don't show it to you in all the mainstream stuff. Like, just do a regular Google search or something, and you'll see. And then sure enough, like, there's some dude riding around on a white horse bareback, like freaking Braveheart in Australia, and he's like they can't hold us all. They can't hold us all. They're like, they're like, because they want to arrest them, and they just like are going marching through the city because they're like arresting people for not wearing masks.
Yeah, and like I've told as a Jew, like, listen, never make the same mistake twice. All right, listen, if you're going off the news to keep you informed, you are misinformed, because like what is it? I mean, like when Hitler rose to power, news was subjected. It was literally government run, and you're not allowed to print this and that. So no one knew what the fuck was happening. It's people's personal responsibility to know what the fuck is going on. If you're really worried about something, you're passionate about something, like I've seen like 80% of people with resharing the same fucking meme, like they can't like take us down without our guns. Well, let's see how they are getting away with that. Let's see the day-to-day stuff that people are doing. Like, you know, even ATF representative went to someone's house and then their local police officer arrested them for doing something illegal. Like, that should be headline news. No, barely on Instagram. It's just not around there because he was breaking the law. No one's going to report that on the news. You need to know what's going on, what local police officers are doing. Like New York City, they are not abiding by the mask mandate for restaurants. Restaurants only, I think it's 5 out of 15 restaurants are actually doing the mask mandate with the vaccine card. They're not doing it. Mm-hmm. And also it's pretty racist because the black community is the lowest in vaccinated. I mean, for likely reason because they were injected back in the day with shit that made them ill by the federal government.
Well, yeah, dude. What was it in Alabama or something? They dropped, or no, I don't know if they dropped, but they infected him with. Didn't they infect him with like HIV or something?
I think that was like early 1950s. Yeah. There was something else. I think it was not smallpox. It was like sickle cell or something like that. Yeah. Something of that sort, and like got them all like ill. Like, you need to do this. Yeah,
but they did it for experimentation and to see what would happen, because people were so backwards back in the day. They thought if you're a different color, then you were like you were a completely different like gene pool as far as like, how your body acts and stuff. And it's like, nah, dude, they're like, you know, like everybody's human. Everybody like you know, like there's different areas that you adapt to. But we're all human, you know. We're all pretty much.
What's wrong with you, boys? There's something wrong with you. Us dudes, they're like, we'll just how much pain and suffering people go through before they die. And
they don't put it in the history books either, dude.
No, they look back. Like, that's where the last thing I need in schools is to tell my black friends that they are victims and that they don't have to do math and science like they do in Ohio. Now, if you're black, you don't have to do any fucking science class. You don't have to do math class to graduate. I'm like, hold up. Hold up. I was like, you sure that's not racist? You sure you sure that's not racist? Like, I'm just spitballing here. I was like, so you mean to say a poor black man cannot read at a regular poor white person's level? I'm like, you do realize schools are in the same areas as these like poor neighborhoods. I was like, how does this make sense? I've dealt with it for so long. I'm like, listen, you're either going to care about school or you're not. That's all.
Yeah, it's just it's frustrating because you want there to be like good positive influence in your life. And
Yeah.
there's not always going to be that. And the thing is that a lot of people learn from adversity and they come out of it so much better, and
Yeah.
they can pass down knowledge of how to deal with adversity and stuff, because you get, when you go through adversity, dude, you learn a lot about yourself. You
Yes.
learn more about yourself than if you have an easygoing, way. And it's like people want to take that away. They want to take the struggle away. And it's like,
Yeah.
dude, we don't need to take the struggle away. There needs to be a struggle. Even in
Accountability in our education system,
yeah,
funding in the right areas.
stuff needs to be hard. Not everything needs to be easy. They
Right.
in literature, they have the epic heroes. And in an epic hero, he has to hit all this criteria in order to be a hero. First of all, he doesn't know he's a hero most of the time. Second of all, he doesn't want to be a hero. And then third of all, there has to be like a struggle. He has to go through this like insane struggle, and he learns and he comes out on top and he grows, and then after that, dude, he goes through like heroic feats and stuff because of that struggle. And I know that's like, fantasy and mythology and stuff.
No.
I mean, it's true, and it's real world applicable. So
Yeah, I mean, look at the most of the Medal of Honor recipients were poor, and they were still poor when they got out and got their medal. But it's just like, it's crazy. Like, it's just the common man, and we don't praise the common man. We praise the rich and the wealth and the famous. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You see people that are literally like, I want to be like Bezos. I want to start with an idea. Dude, there's only so many fucking ideas you can do. It's all about investing right, educating yourself, and ways to get rich. But start out from the bottom. Everybody wants the end game, not the before game. They just want to go over that. TikTok stars, the whole 9 yards. There's only so many famous people are allowed.
That's a whole nother podcast. Hey, look, I got a 14-year-old, and I put like, because you're 14, you want to do what all your homies are doing, and you want to pick up the girls because the girls like this and that. And I put like a little bit of restrictions on us here. I'm like, look, you can do a little bit of TikTok here, but you're gonna it's only like a little bit. You're not gonna go full on TikTok. I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I can't deal with that.
And that's the thing on even just Second Amendment. They're trying to do the same thing. Me, I'm just making funny videos to entertain people and fuck with people and making inappropriate stickers. I'm keeping myself down here because I don't want to be up there. Because then when I'm up there, I'm turning into everybody else. You know what I mean? Like warm, fuzzy, forward observation base. Like that's an image. That's a hard thing to keep up with. I don't want to have to put all that in there and like make my everyday life just the business. I can't do that.
Yeah. Well,
that's a lot. And then, like, if you're stale, you will get shit on, like, so hard. I'm like, whoa, conflict, not about.
Yeah, dude. Well, that's another thing is like, let's say you made it big. Let's say you make something of yourself and you retain your originality and you keep doing what you're doing. The problem is that they're gonna try to change you.
Yeah,
that's what they do in Hollywood.
Yeah,
that's what they do in the music industry. Dude, look at all the artists when they come up, dude. So many, dude. Not a lot of people know, dude. John Mayer was like so gangster when he like was coming up, dude. His music, his old stuff was so good, and then he had to go poppy to do sales and stuff, and then he and so everybody knows John Mayer and like his like really poppy, lovey-dovey like pop songs. But dude, his albums after that, nobody talks about, dude. They're incredible. They're amazing. And then what happened to John Mayer? Nobody talks about him anymore.
Yeah.
They don't want him anymore because he didn't conform to what makes them. Dude, listen to all the old music back in the day, dude.
Yeah. Miles Davis, crazy jazz musician, pulling a gun at his fucking album guys because they were trying to rip him off money. That's fucking gangster. That's master awesome. Of cool. Yeah. Miles fucking Davis, pulling a gun out.
That's a great story too. But yeah, dude, they want you to conform into their image, and you can't, dude. If you're your own person, you look at all these like Billie Eilish and like all these new rappers, dude. They're all like they come up normal, and then you see them get famous and popular, and dude, they go absolutely wacko.
Wow.
They go nuts, and it's just like, dude, there's something weird and wrong with that.
Yeah, man. They're literally, it's all like, they don't think of it as the money in the beginning. They want it out there. They want to be famous. Absolutely, that's fine. But what comes with fame, I've learned as a Jew, is you're gonna lose who you are real fast when that money's flowing. You're getting misdirected to the wrong people instead of your original people. That's why, one of the most famous billionaires literally had a 3-bedroom home. And that was Bill Gates' not prodigy, but like his hero, modest living. Of course, Bill Gates didn't take that fucking role, just hanging out on Epstein's Island, no big deal. But this man had a 200, I think it was about 150, $200 billion of money, lived in a single 3-bedroom home, ran so many businesses because he lived his day-to-day life, because it's not about the money, it's about what you do with it. Yeah. That really defines you. And he had so many organizations for like HIV and child abuse centers, everything you can think of. Yeah. Because that's the problem. People literally see the money, the fame, the big houses and everything like that. Like, that's why I don't like Black Rifle Coffee, because literally they're just showing off what they're making money with and what they barely pay their workers that well. It's like veterans only company type of thing. And they're good products, but they're not really keeping with the message. You're just using veterans as a platform. That's what I don't like. They'll do co-sponsorships. Hey, I'm sponsored by Black Rifle Coffee. Like, cool, dude. Use my 15% off, and now I'm highlighted on Black Rifle Coffee, and I'm getting more famous. It's like literally pimping people out there in the veteran community that are liked by the local people, like the small end people. That's all they're doing. They're creating a web. That's all they do. That's all what famous people do. Oh, no, he's cool. It's hard. Like, Warren Feisey gets the benefit of the doubt for that because he's building his own companies within other companies, which is smart. That's fine. He's only really reposting his own shit, or like the gun lawyers or whatever it's called again, the gun rights.
Gun policy something.
Yeah, gun policy, whatever. Yeah. Firearms policy, whatever.
He collabs a lot with the people.
Yeah. But like, he sticks his beak in, he starts implanting, which is fine. Totally fine. But there's other companies that are literally creating their fucking webs, like Black Rifle Coffee or Vet TV. I don't like Vet TV anymore. In the beginning, it was great, but I don't like Donnie O'Malley anymore.
It's funny.
He became narcissistic.
Well, isn't it like it's a Batman thing? Like, if you hang around long enough, you become the villain yourself.
Yeah. And why Batman just stayed in his own mansion, just fucked some bitches, and that was it. He kept himself.
Yeah, and it's just like, it's like some good things, need to come to an end, and it's like, I don't know, man. I mean, it's just, I get what you're saying, because it starts off really good, but then it's like people it's like they lose sight, or they get, I wouldn't say they get desperate, but it's like, it's but, and then there's like a lot of stuff behind the scenes that you don't know about, and it's just, I don't know, man.
Material, everything like that's being made somewhere else, but they're saying it's made in, it's like the Apple loophole, like assembled in California but made in China. Like they preach one thing, but they get away with loopholes. People don't catch on. Yeah. And then you're just like, the quality gets bad. They don't address it. They're like, oh, well, I'm sorry that the quality's bad. Let me fix that. Like, let me tell you why it's good, or why I'm this way. Like Rating Code does. Like, no, only in America. I don't make as much money as I could be making because I believe in principles, with this company and using this platform for the betterment of people's mental health, the whole 9 yards. Like, I'm very impressed. Like, I've known that fucker for fucking 5 years. And like, dude, he hasn't changed one bit.
Who?
He's more tired, but
what's his name again?
Kaz.
Who's that?
He's the owner of Rating Co.
Oh, okay. I got you.
Yeah.
Dude,
yeah, the man started out and
I don't know a lot of people, so
Dude, she was throwing out Instagrams. Yo, did you hear what this guy said? I was like, I don't know who the fuck that is, dude. I barely know guns. I'm not gonna know these Instagrammer people.
Yeah, people are always like, oh yeah, so and so with this or this training company. I'm like, Never heard of them. Sorry.
Dude, social media, man. There's millions of fucking people.
It sounds cool.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's one of the other topics that we had wanted to talk about was, it's so toxic that it's like things, and it doesn't have to be, but it's like it turns toxic, and it's like
Yeah.
it's not like positive anymore. People are like, oh well, you guys are ranting and raving about stuff. No, we're just showing you. We're calling out a little bit. We're just trying to show you like we're foot soldiers, dude. We're grunts. We're just showing you what
Yeah.
it's like down here on the ground, dude. And it's like if you get like really upset at what we're saying,
We're not for you. That's all. We don't want you to like
not only
us.
that, but it's like if you get upset with like what we're talking about, then it's like I don't agree. I'm not, dude. I don't agree with everything with all my friends. There's stuff that you and me are gonna disagree on.
Yeah.
But like
I
that,
mean, I hate you.
me. I'm just like, okay. And and it's like with politics, dude. Everybody gets so up in arms over
So
politics.
much.
Now, I will tell you that when it comes to when it comes to certain when it comes to guns, dude, I don't draw any lines with guns, dude. I don't
Yeah.
care what side of the aisle you're on, dude. If
Yeah.
you're trying to infringe on my gun rights,
Yeah.
nah, dude. If you're a Republican, if you're Democrat, if you're an independent, if you're a pink pony, dude, I don't care, bro. I do not
Okay.
care.
I want hippies with fucking guns too, guarding their weed farms,
There's
smoking
a
their
meme
water,
out there,
dude.
dude. There's a meme out there, and it's I want my I want
Gay
my
married friends
gay
smoke weed
married
on a farm with their
friend.
machine guns.
Yes, dude. Yeah, dude. I'm like, dude, that's literally me, dude. Like,
Yeah. Because, like, as long as you're uttering or wanting to protect the basic, the Bill of Rights and the amendments of our Constitution, I'm all for it. Like, not the new amendments, but the old amendments, the basic fundamentals.
yeah,
I don't care. I don't care. I don't care.
nah,
As
dude.
long as you're prepared for bad people to try to do bad shit to you, then just being prepared for the government, the federal government, or even the state government for being, Fetty boys and, anti-American, cool with it. That's I mean, most of the patriotic people I've ever seen and come to this country are like from, dictatorships and, socialist countries or like the semi-equator of it, like even Britain.
Yeah,
Of all places. Like, they're like, fuck no, this is great, dude. Like, I get richer here and the currency's better and I don't have to wait 2 years just to get my fucking leg looked at for nerve damage. Where do I sign up, dude? Like, Asian people love this country, man. Like, hardcore.
yeah.
Like, maybe Trump's voters were fucking Asian people. They're like, no! China is asshole. Trump #1. I'm like, this is great. Because, like, literally the only thing that Trump did compared to any other politician was, like, no. Basics. We're allowed to start our own company. We don't need to get taxed that hard. If we're importing people's stuff, we're not paying to export our shit. Keep it the same. Stop with the bullshit. That's it. Sure, there's some things that people don't agree with, but he established the basics. And I'm all about the basics, the culture of this country.
Yeah, I think that there's something that both sides can agree with and should agree with is that the government overreach, dude, is out of control right now. It's out of
$600 or more, your bank account is now being surveilled by the federal government.
that is asinine. That means my 7-year-old is over halfway to that number. So you mean to tell me you're going to monitor if an 8-year-old could open a checking account? Obviously, it's joint. You're going to monitor my 8-year-old, dude. Like, and people, and there's nothing you can do or say that's going to be like, oh yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah, never.
Like, what are you going to do? How are you going to convince me that that's a good idea? But I mean, I think most normal people would agree, but it's just like, dude, people just they need to calm down. Like the toxicity, everything gets politicized and weaponized, and I think people need to take a step back. You know what needs to happen, bro? I think the internet needs to shut down for like 2 days.
That would be the greatest thing ever.
Be the great reset. But
Yeah.
but no, people like, dude, take a break, man. If you can't handle it, you get frustrated. If you get like, there's stuff that happens on the news and the media that I don't like, and they're like you make fun of a lot of stuff, dude. That's fine.
Yeah. Yeah.
I laugh at it, dude.
Yeah.
And you know, if you take like, and there's stuff that happen that I don't agree with, but dude, I'm not like foaming at the mouth or mad and
No.
ruin my day. I don't wake up and open up my phone like, what happened? What happened over
Or throwing your life away for committing a hate crime of an opposite party member. You know what I mean? I'm not going to go beat up a liberal that has painted nails and tie-dye hair
Yeah.
just because he's an idiot. And common sense doesn't sometimes value up because I'm like, no. I'm not a Republican. I'm more sided to their beliefs than I am of the Democrat Party these days. I mean, Bill Clinton was actually a good president. He was just a fucking creepo. He got both parties to work together, but he did fuck up on a lot of shit too. But the economy was good, so the people were good. As long as you keep the economy good, doesn't matter what's going on the left or right side. Everybody's getting paid, everybody's happy. But no one's really getting paid anymore, so it's in fucking chaos right now. And they're looking for someone to blame other than themselves. And we've gotten to that point now where self-reflection is either going to be reviewed or it's going to be completely missed and people are going to do some crazy shit.
Well, the problem is now, and I think a big problem is now is that if you have a differing view or opinion, or you're on the other side, people are like, "Oh, I hate you. I can't stand," and I'm just like, "See, that's the whole point of this country.
Yeah.
It's for us to like disagree, but still be able to like live together. That's why you live in California and I live in Georgia. Like, live in California, dude. Like, have all your laws and have it to where you can't own
a gun,
dude. Yeah,
but don't be mad at me because I live here.
exactly. Don't try to force me on your opinion or what you think is right.
Yeah.
You know, dude. If you wanna think that way, great. But like, don't sit here and try to force me to think that way.
Yeah. That's called extremism. Like, you're an extremist too.
Why can't people just
get along?
Just take a chill pill? Why? Like, everybody just needs to like smoke weed or something. I don't know, dude. Everybody.
Well, that's also, I feel like we have, well, most people have let it define the very priority of our lives. And it's amazing that an orange guy got people literally so fired up on both sides where people are thinking like either the Armada's happening or heaven is happening. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, okay, the people that are so revved up and everything like that don't even know the basic forms of government. You know, they don't know how the infrastructure works. They don't know anything, but they're going off of headlines to explain it for them in their very own context. You're like rewriting politics 101. And I highly recommend everybody watch House of Cards on Netflix so you can see how government is on the back end, because it was written by a man that interned for a Republican and a Democrat that were high in power, and he literally reinstated everything, kind of like the Clintons, but not like the Clintons. But it's just amazing how Congress will act in front of people's eyes in the cameras compared to how they act in the back end. You know, it's like lobbying. I don't believe lobbying should ever be legal in this country.
Oh, yeah, dude. No,
right? Ban that in a second. Any influence from our political candidates should be nulled in 2 seconds and jailed. End that shit right there.
I agree, dude. Dude, there's like, and that's the thing. There's actually pretty simple fixes that help everything get along better. Term limits.
Yep.
Take the salary down. Make being a politician a service to this country. So cap out their salaries. Like, you can stop paying them.
150,000. That's fine. You're busy. Yeah. You're reading over like legislation. You have an aide.
That's all you need. Dude. That's all you need. But these people make millions of dollars.
Forensic auditing of every political, like every politician in Congress, Senate, and FBI. Like the FBI, you cannot get a raise or a promotion if your money is low, like your credit score is low, because that makes you vulnerable to foreign, or just criminal enterprise.
Yep.
That's insane. The fact that politicians enter in at maybe $200,000 and now have $140 million in wealth, that is insane. Insiders trading before they pass legislation, that jail. Straight to jail.
Yeah,
like these are Nancy Pelosi. Listen, I don't care what any side you are on. I know so many Democrats that fucking hate her. She got insider on Visa and the energy what's it called again? The energy cars.
Yeah,
before they passed the infrastructure bill. Dude,
we had a Republican here in Georgia, and she had like insider info, and another one of the congressmen here, both of them Republicans, they had insider info. Dude, they traded and sold off all their stocks before they dropped, made a bunch of money. I'm like, get rid of them.
Done. Shoot them. Kill them.
I don't care, but I don't know, man. I don't know if there's going to be any change or not. I just know, I know people need to we got to seriously take a step back, dude.
Yeah. And I just hate those people that talk about anarchy. We don't need government. We do need government. We do need religion. Sure. Whether you believe in it or not, it established basic morals in the world. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Don't rape, don't kill anybody that you just have a disagreement with, just common shit. The government's great. It's just not run right. It's still not rewritten right. The basic fundamentals of this country is to make sure that it doesn't turn into every other king and queen country in the world, and you're limited in what you can do, health or self-defense wise, but there's still other stuff that we need to put in there. That's why, Trump was a fucking big deal, because he was like, no, term limits. I don't want this money. I don't need this money. Here, just take my paycheck. Just donate it. I don't give a fuck.
I don't care which side you're on there. That's pretty cool.
That was dope. I was like, hell yeah, he's giving it to the rainforest.
So he couldn't do that. So what he did was he donated. So he wasn't allowed to not take a salary. So what he did was he donated everything except for $1. Which is hilarious, by the way. He donated it all to the to wildlife conservation and stuff. And then he took like a $1, whatever they printed on worth more than the actual value. That shit's hilarious. Dude,
I love how there was a catering strike or whatever against Trump for when he had the football players in. So he ordered a fuck ton of Burger King and McDonald's, and I was like, that's so funny.
It's cool because, dude, that's why I said those are things that doesn't matter which side you're on. That's pretty gangster. That's real world, real people moves.
Yeah.
That's not like this robot politician who's sitting there talking to you for 10 minutes like you're an idiot.
Yeah, he's kept cursing now, finally. I'm like, yeah, that's all I was missing. It's he should have been like, fuck you, Nancy, you librarian looking bitch. He's still proper. He's a good speaker. I mean, dude, nothing I like more than people being pro-America and literally calling everybody Americans. He's not calling them African Americans. You're like, you're black. Yeah. I'm talking to you guys. I'm talking to Latinos. It's just we're all Americans at the end of the day. Yeah. And if one American went missing in a foreign country, they would be held responsible by him. That's insane. Now we're just being left in Afghanistan.
That's a whole
other time.
Yes. Oh my God, dude. I refuse to talk to people about that right now because literally.
I know, it's so bad.
Dude, and then they're drone striking civilians and killing. And I'm just look, dude, man, it's bad. It's bad, dude. It doesn't matter what's it's bad. It's bad. And there needs to be accountability, and the problem is
there will never be accountability right now, and I don't think our voting system is going to even work for the 2022 congressional re-elections. Kicking out people at the House and Senate, everything like that, because it's going to be the same thing. The COVID variant, Delta variant, so it's going to be mail-in voting again, and it's just dude, the key states, man. No, I don't trust the USPS with my mail. Why would I trust them with my votes? Yeah. I didn't trust the military to actually give in my ballots.
We had I used to listen to the radio a lot, and I stopped doing that when I driving to work and stuff. And we had a talk show guy, and he's conservative, but he hated Trump.
Yeah.
And so he was always dogging him and stuff. And then
Yeah.
when the election came, he was like, "Oh no!" Like he's like, "Nothing could have ever happened." Like that stuff that he's like, because he was a pollster or something before he got into like real politics. He's like, "I know how all this stuff works. Look, they polled here, they polled there. Like that place was mainly dead." But anyways, whatever. And so he was like, "No, there's no way any of that stuff could have happened." And then he came. He came out and there and he was like, "Oh yeah, well they found like 5,000 votes that actually flipped them in a machine." But he's like, it could have never happened.
Not everywhere. No. There's like millions of votes to overturn
right.
in Arizona. We're about to get it this Friday.
Hey, my Mac's about to die. Let me see if I can get up.
Yeah.
Hey, if it doesn't die, dude, great first podcast. Hang on.
Hello, everybody. If you're bored, follow my page, War Bear Actual Official. And if you're still watching, God bless you.
All right, let me see. It's going to get a little bit darker out here. But yeah, we'll wrap her up here in a second.
Yeah, this is our pre-podcast before we start taking subject matters that want to be addressed.
Sorry for the technical difficulties.
You need a new IT dude.
Dude, I know. But no, dude, I thought it was a great podcast. That's a good that's kind of a good stopping.
Yeah, this is the beginning. Yeah,
dude. So no, that was good, dude. I felt like we covered some stuff, some hot topics. Which I used to, as a store I used to go to back when I wore skinny jeans.
Kind of don't miss the military anymore. Like, I'm done. Nope, don't miss it anymore. It's only gonna get worse.
Well, yeah, man. I appreciate you coming on. Kind of laying the groundwork for this, and
yeah,
we'll see if we'll get some lives in. Get some. Cause I got some rowdy friends. I know you do too.
So many.
Yeah, dude.
My buddy DQ, he'll tell you all about it.
Yeah, I thought, like I said, I thought we were pretty good. Nothing. Just stuff to just basically think about what you're doing, why you're doing it, articulate like some kind of like of your own original thinking, dude. Just stop.
Yeah, don't conform to everybody's fucking views, ways, or whatever. Someone's not like that, that's fine. But when it comes to like people that are saying like, I'm not voting this year, all right, dude, but don't put up Second Amendment posts, all right, because these are the fuckers that really get to decide it, whether you're going to jail for fighting back against, amendments that are already in there to protect you. So you can be anti-government all you want, but make sure you're voting for someone that's semi on your side.
Yeah, dude, pencil yourself in.
Yeah. Throw it in there. Vote War Bear. I'll legalize cocaine on Saturdays. We're gonna end DUIs on the weekends.
Hey, War Bear, Doc Hollywood, 2024. Let's go.
VP, baby.
Dude, that'd be. Well, one of us would have to move it to the other state, though.
I'm gonna get impeached by the amount of information that they're gonna dig up. I'm gonna be like, yeah, I said it. I ain't no pussy. I ain't backing down. Fuck you, TMZ.
Yo,
I said it all. I fucked her. Yeah, I was drunk. She was drunk. So what?
Oh, well, good talk, man. Good talk.
Get some rest.
Yep. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday evening, and we'll start it back all up again in a week or two.
Hell yeah, dude.
All right, homie.
Bye, boo-boo.